Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name's Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, aka Mama Lou.
All right, and if you are watching this on YouTube, you can probably already see that we have some very special guests with us today. We have Chelsea, Brooke, and Lauren from Mission NSYNC.
Yay!
Welcome, guys.
All right, so we're super excited to have you guys here today. And we're just going to jump right into some questions, I think, because I think, you know, as we were mentioning to you before the podcast, we're a boy band podcast. We're not specifically focused on NSYNC. So some people who follow us might be Backstreet Boys fans, they might be 98 Degrees fans, they might be O-Town fans or Blockhead. So tell us, what is Mission NSYNC?
Who wants to go? Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What? Oh, sorry. I didn't know someone else was about to take it. So I'm actually going to read you out something that one of our, I guess the originator of Mission NSYNC wrote. So officially.
Like your mission statement.
Well, not quite a mission statement, but so Mission NSYNC came together, fans of another podcast, an NSYNC podcast, and we wanted to kind of focus our energy and wanted to really focus on just bringing light to what the NSYNC guys were doing, just having fun, doing campaigns, and just originally we were like, we're going to manifest a reunion. Our initial manifesting, but we know how to so now we're celebrating. We're celebrating all things in
Awesome.
I like that. That's cute.
That's very nice.
Very cool.
Did I cover everything, Brooke and Lauren?
I'd say it's really fun to just focus all our support and just get the fandom back together and just put so much positive energy into all of what they're doing now and just reminiscing on all the fun. And that's what we wanted to focus on and come together and do.
That's great.
Awesome. Yeah. Those are like the better times of life, I think, than current state of affairs. Can we just go back to the 90s, please?
The 90s were fun.
So Mission NSYNC is fairly new though, right? You guys, was it this year you guys started, or?
We officially started everything late December of last year.
Okay.
But started gaining some momentum probably in the springtime. We're on all three platforms, and so each platform kind of started at different time frames, but we kind of came together in December of last year.
Okay.
Nice.
And for all of your platforms, it's just Mission NSYNC, right? It's at
Yes.
Mission NSYNC. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Correct.
Cool. And do you three all work on all platforms, or do you have specific jobs within Mission NSYNC?
Well, there's actually 28 of us in the Mission NSYNC planning team.
Wow.
So we have different admins over each platform. So we have 9 social media admins across the 3 platforms, and then all 28 of us come together to plan the campaigns and all the fun things that we do across the mission.
So how do you guys get together? Is there like Zoom meetings, or is it an email thread or a private group, or?
Everything.
That's a lot of people to coordinate. How do you guys do it like seamlessly?
We've got a Facebook group where we do all the planning and different threads for each campaign, toss around different ideas, and then we do Zooms. We try to do Zooms about once a month, and then lots of Facebook Messenger chats with the different campaign teams, and everybody kind of goes off, does their thing, and then we all come back together to roll it out.
That's cool.
And we've got people from New York to Hawaii.
Ooh. So is it just
we're all
mostly
over.
just Americans on your planning team then?
I don't know that we have any international on the planning team just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still pretty cool. 28 people from across the country. That's awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do have international people within the mission though, just like who participate in our campaigns and everything.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I mean, if you guys don't know, if you don't follow Mission NSYNC, first of all, go do that. And then they put together like amazing stuff. Like this is not like the four of us work to put together this podcast, and that's like
a lot of
for
work.
us. So
Yeah.
the stuff that they're putting out, like it's unbelievable.
Like
Incredible.
this.
I think should just
Yes.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
This right here. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So was your original thing as part when you first started Mission NSYNC? Did you want to put together a magazine, or did it just kind of come out like afterwards?
No.
It manifested that way.
Yes, we just have a lot of creative people on our team, and I don't remember who brought the idea out, but someone just said, "Remember those old teen magazines? Let's do one." And we said,
That's
"Well,
awesome.
That's super
It's really
cute.
good.
So they put together this magazine. It came out in June,
Mhm.
and it has profiles on a whole bunch of different fans. I want to say maybe like 20 or 30 of them. So it has like everybody's little picture and your favorite NSYNC song and album, where you're from, how long you've been a fan for, what's your star sign, like all that cute, fun stuff. And then the cool thing about this is that you guys actually sent them out to the members of NSYNC. So like there's a picture of Lance reading this. Like I have something where Chris was talking about it in his Instagram thing, and he was like on my page, and I was like, oh look, there I am. So I just think that's really cool and a really fun, cool thing to get together. Are you all in this book? In this one?
Yes.
yeah."
Yeah. Did you, when you were going through this, did you find any old fan friends that you used to be friends with back in the day, and then you're like, oh my God, like they're still around, or is it just kind of new people?
I found like chat friends from like
Okay.
old AOL.
I think you.
Yes, like when we start talking about what our AIM names were, I'm like, oh, I remember that name. So that's been cool.
Nice.
That's cool. That's fun.
So you guys there's a newer magazine than this one that we just haven't gotten yet, right?
Yes.
Yes, it just came out this week.
It's a 25th anniversary.
Yes, we were
Yes,
looking
correct.
at the PDF. It actually is pretty cool. So obviously it had the fans again, but I also thought it was really interesting. You guys had interviews with Justin's mom, Johnny Wright, Chris's mom, Carrie Sellards, Jerry Carr, Lance's mom, Melinda Bell, JC's dad, and there's just like a whole bunch of like, so how did you guys get like, or how are you able to get those interviews and stuff? Like, do people just have connections with them, or you just kind of reach out to them on social media and say,
write
hey,
them
when
a
you do an
letter.
interview? Like,
Fruit basket.
Melinda has been an
Asking
amazing.
really nicely.
Yes, we did a lot of asking. Melinda and Carrie have been super supportive of mission stuff. And so that's where we started with some of the interviews. And then Chelsea was on the writing team, and everybody just kind of reached out to different contacts. And with the help of Melinda and Carrie, we were able to kind of get some amazing interviews.
That's awesome.
Really cool. It's one of those things where we were going, what is our life? What has happened?
like, could you imagine back in the day, be like, oh, hey, how's it
Talking
going?
to Justin's mom.
I remember we met
met her.
Justin's
We met
mom
her.
at a concert.
She was walking
She was
around
just like wandering, like, oh my God, it's
among the
Justin's
peasants, and
mom.
we're like, oh my God.
And then we also met Chris's mom in Miami when we went to Challenge for the Children.
Yes, we did.
She was running like a contest thing, and we were a t-shirt contest, I think. So I met
Wet t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
not a wet t-shirt. Because Chris had a was it
Fumansito,
little
wasn't it?
No, it was the red monstery guy.
Oh yeah, he did that.
Yes.
Do you remember when AJ kind of went whoo and he did his thing? I think is that when Chris went little whoo and he did his thing?
I can't. Oh my gosh! I want to say Little Monsters, but that makes me think of
Little
Lady
Red
Gaga.
Monsters.
I don't know, but anyways, she was. So that's where we met her. But yeah, and I met Melinda actually last year because Lance was doing the Pop 2K.
Look at me.
Did the
I
pop
wasn't
together?
there.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yes.
Yeah, like she's super fun, like really like nice person. But I don't want to sound like a terrible NSYNC fan. But who is Carrie Sellards? Because Lance always talks about her on his podcast. And I feel, and everybody always talks about how great she is, but I'm like, I literally do not remember her from back in the day. But she's been with them
I think
since
she's
the
an
beginning.
assistant. I can't remember. Sorry.
Does anybody
You tell
know?
us.
Who cares?
You know.
She's Chris's manager now, currently.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the, I think, assistants back in the day. So you would know Carrie by her laugh.
Okay.
Was it Making the Tour where they're outside doing the fireworks and there's that really great laugh when they're waiting for pyro? That's Carrie.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can you do an impression? Hoo-ha! Like it was.
Nobody can do Carrie's laugh. Carrie has this amazing
I don't know
laugh.
what it was. I'm guessing.
I don't think so. buddy.
Well,
Leah wants to get the scoop.
I wish I could find it.
look it up after this.
Okay, we'll look it up after.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to find it and send it
Yeah.
over.
Okay, so you have the magazine, but you guys also have some other stuff that you have going on in Mission NSYNC too, right?
Yes,
So you want to tell us about some of your other projects?
sure.
Or this is a
Cutouts, the
secret.
cutouts they did recently.
Cut out.
So they had like NSYNC faces, and you got to color, and then they came from different parts of the world. Everybody had to put things.
Right.
Explain.
No, I love that you know so much.
Yeah.
One of y'all want to tell about cutouts?
Well,
I mean,
I don't know if I should try with my wonderful internet, but I
You're good.
can. Is it okay?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do a few. We did do cutouts to see how many folks around the country, and even we got some internationally. Ooh, I'm really bad at echo. But to see how far we could get pictures of the guys all around. Is this recording okay? I think I'm gonna pass it to Chelsea because it's messing up with me at the moment. I'll try to
You
fix
sound
that.
good.
So I don't know. Maybe you're just hearing feedback.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, you know-
It might be that. Okay. We also do watch parties and stream parties around celebrations of monumental events like Coachella and album releases and singles and fun things like that.
Nice.
Birthdays are a very big thing for us, and as today is Chris's birthday, we are having a fun
Happy birthday,
celebration with some collages. Yes, and we'll be releasing a video in a little bit, so just a lot
Aw,
of fun
nice.
activities such as that. I don't know if you guys want to share any more.
Is it top secret?
Well, we got the newsletter. So
Oh,
you guys have
good.
the newsletter as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Brooke, I know
Um,
that's your baby.
It is. I kind
I'll
of
take
help
back
run
to
the newsletter. We'll have a new one coming out the end of October. So it'll be a monthly newsletter. People can sign up on the link tree for Mission NSYNC, which is on the all the platforms has the link. But we'll put in fun things every month for the newsletter, different things that are going on with Mission NSYNC, different things that are going on with the guys. One thing when we reached out to our followers on social media was, what did you want to see? And they wanted to see like a wrap up of what the guys have been doing, if anything, throughout the month. So we'll kind of have wrap up of what they've been doing. So just
I
kind
like the
of,
little game at the end with the little pictures and the.
oh, good.
That was cute, yeah.
And this is like,
We'll
yeah,
have
if
it-
you guys haven't seen this newsletter, like this is not like a one-page
Yeah, this
black
is
and
like
white. Like this is like a legit,
Beefy.
yeah, and beautifully
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
format.
Beautifully
Yeah.
done,
It's
yes.
nice. Yeah, it's really
Thank you. We've got a really great team that puts a lot of work into it. So we'll have different activities like the emoji game every month. So we'll try to change out different activities for everybody. We want it to be something that everybody wants to read and be involved with, and not one of those emails that you look at and go, oh, there it is. And
Yeah, exactly.
No, there was a lot of information in there.
Yeah.
And,
It was
there
fun.
Some of the title, I can't remember what title you thought was really cute. It was in something. It
was a funny pun, and I was laughing, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And it was good. It was on the first page. I loved it.
good.
Do it or something. Get
In the know.
Or
In the know.
It was something.
Oh yeah, the title is Get in the Know.
That was cute.
So-
Very
In the newsletter, yeah.
Hmm.
We like the N puns.
Yeah.
Yes.
right. I know.
You guys do a good job.
So like, do you have a favorite project that you think you've done so far?
Ooh. That's hard.
Probably hard to choose.
Yeah.
I love all the birthday.
Yeah.
So like this year we've done all collages.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun just to participate in and see all the photos that people submit. And I haven't actually like helped put it together, but I've submitted photos. And so that's fun for me. Like I tried to recreate one of JC's poses, and
That's fun.
It was awesome. I think probably my favorite are the ones
actually
that
have
really
one
get
that-
the fans involved.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you both talking at the same time. One more time.
I think my favorites are the ones that get the fans involved.
Yeah, get the fans involved for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
like you guys did that recreating of the celebrity album.
The celebrity album, yeah, that was cool.
Like posing as like the reporters and things. That was cute. That was fun.
There's a lot of creative.
Good.
Sorry, Lauren, what were you going to say?
I was going to say we have one that's about to come out at the end of the month that folks have already sent in submissions where it's going to be kids reacting to NSYNC, where they send in things to the kids. And that one so far, that one's really fun, and I can't wait for everybody to see that one come out.
Cool.
that's what I'm not
reacting to that.
There you go.
Reacting to kids reacting.
See?
Kids
Right.
reacting to
Wow. The domino effect.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It'd be nice to get them all back in a room together. You know, I mean, like what? The Super Bowl was like the last time we saw them together.
No, Coachella. They
Oh,
were
right,
the same.
Coachella. I forgot.
Well, not
Well,
all.
technically,
Yeah.
our ceremony.
So yeah, that would be nice. But like, what's your most ambitious goal?
Well, obviously a reunion, right?
But like, okay, but like, you guys want to like, are you like protesting outside their houses? Like, how?
No.
No, but like,
We're not crazy.
No, I mean,
we're just sending magazines to their houses.
Yeah.
To their houses, but to their managers to distribute. But
Oh yeah, because you were doing the mail campaign too, right? So anybody can
Yes.
send a letter. Is
Really?
that an ongoing thing?
yes.
It is.
Yeah, so they have an address that you like send a letter to, like, let's say you want to send one to Chris, you put Chris on the outside of the envelope, put it in the thing to them, and then they collect them and distribute, and then get them sent out to them.
Oh, that's
So-
fun.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, like, it was kind of hard to see if you could send fan letters. Like, sometimes they would go somewhere, sometimes they wouldn't. So it's
yeah,
nice to know that.
is actually like it is actually physically going to them
Questions.
Yeah.
Who has been interacting with you guys the most? Would you say Lance?
or Chris.
Chris? Has everyone like taken a picture with the magazine? Like, how's it been so far?
Probably Chris has been the most interactive with us.
Yeah.
Chris does follow us on Instagram, so that was a pretty big celebration day when we got that.
That's awesome.
But Lance, Chris, and Joey have all had some sort of interaction with the account at some point in time.
That's cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Have you bought any of their Christmas merch?
The merch that came out last year,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I know that was cute. That was cute.
it was really cute. We're hoping
So
for
I was
more.
like, oh, you selling merch now, maybe? And then
Maybe you can get together.
I think like
you could sell more merch if.
I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think like the way that I look at you guys and like how it is like something like this, like if you get this in your hands and I'm Lance or I'm Joey or whatever, and I get this in my hands, it's like, wow, all these people are still fans.
And they
You know what
care.
I mean? And they still care.
Yeah.
And I think, like, is that sort of, would you say that's like fair to say that's like part of your
goal?
Yeah.
Subliminally get it to
Yeah.
them. Be like, hey guys, people still care.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun, even if you just do one
Absolutely.
show.
Yep.
That's smart. That's a good
That's
idea.
good.
Yeah. Do you think, I feel eventually we'll wear them down and there'll be some sort of reunion. Do you think it'll just
have
be like
to,
a
right?
one-off or like a Vegas residency or a full-blown tour? What are you thinking? Like obviously COVID has crapped everything out now. 'Cause
Once
we're
that,
like, I thought we were making some progress and then it was just like, just kidding, no concerts anymore. Like,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know. I think we all go back and forth every day on stuff.
Mhm.
I think everybody's kind of dream and what makes the most sense is a Vegas residency.
Yeah.
Mm.
For everybody kind of to be in one place at stationary times, and it keeps family commitments manageable. And so I think that that's what everybody's thought is the most positive with. Yeah.
All of them live near Vegas, so it's not too like, hey, you just gotta go next state over, you're good.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know.
just high five Nick and that
And
gated
honestly,
community.
like, so we've obviously done gone to the Backstreet Boy one a few
Several
times.
times?
Yes.
But yeah, so I feel like although I love touring and the tour life is like super fun, you can kind of like, follow around to different shows and stuff. Vegas was nice because you're like, okay, I'm here. I don't have to move around to the next city right away. They're a little more chill because they have houses and places. So
yeah, like for the performers, like
then
imagine the
they
stress.
just like waltz
right?
in and they don't have to be on a tour bus and they're
Yeah.
like, we're up
Right.
and blah blah blah, right? So
Airplanes everywhere, and airplanes got germs. So like, just
like it sucks for us because obviously it's very expensive to fly to Vegas because it's pretty far
Right.
from us.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't, but when we went, we would go because Backstreet did 3 shows in a week. So then we were like, all right, well, we're gonna go do the 3 shows.
Might as well.
Might
We're
as
already
well.
there.
We're already flying there.
Yeah.
Extra day,
Yeah.
which is good for them too because then they're getting more repeat customers because you're in town
Absolutely.
anyways. Might as well, right? So.
Mhm.
It
Since
makes
we're
so
on
much
that
sense.
topic, and I know you guys, there's just 3 of you. You don't speak for all of the 28, but are you fans of other boy bands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
a
am.
favorite boy band?
A favorite boy band?
Second.
Second,
Oh, second.
I'm
Second,
assuming
number
NSYNC
one.
is your number 1 boy band. So. And your number 2?
I'm a New Kids girl from way back.
Yeah.
So probably New Kids and O-Town.
Nice.
I'll say I think I have to go with O-Town.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, we like you guys already.
what about Lauren?
Yes.
Lauren,
Sorry.
I was gonna say it's probably New Kids in O-Town, because they're still, is what I like right now. But back in the day, I was all for all boy bands. I can't only like just one. I liked all of them. I had Backstreet, O-Town, 98 Degrees, and I went and saw all of them in concert. I really love all boy bands, but
That is me
NSYNC
time, Joelle.
is number 1 to
All
me.
the way to bring as many handsome singing men to me as possible. Yeah, that's great.
We mentioned it earlier. Like we're like we have a small goal on this podcast to like make people like O-Town because we're like, guys, they're so legit. Like they're so
They are,
good.
like,
They're
busting.
so much
They're
fun.
so good.
They're like, have you gone to any of their tours in the last few
They're
years?
so good.
They're like so down to earth. And
Yes.
just like
They're really
really like working hard and doing like from like Jacob pressing the play button, play your background music and stuff. And it's just like, this is not a giant big production, but they put a lot of heart and soul and like the dance moves and like their new
Yeah.
albums are great too. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think they're good.
Yeah.
And they
It's
were able
fun.
to get together with only 4. It worked.
Right.
So if someone is a holdout
worked.
in their band,
Shinzia,
It did work.
if you're watching this for the first time, Shinzia is not the biggest Justin Timberlake fan.
That is an understatement of the century.
because he
Yeah.
broke up the band and ruined Lance's chances for going into space.
I told that to Lance when I met him and Melinda too. And like laughing. It's like, buddy, you only need 4. You're good. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, come on, get this going. Chop, chop, sir. We're waiting. And I also like Lance performs with them, right? So I used to make fun of people who cried at concerts. I'm like, oh my god, you're just such losers.
I used to cry at concerts.
But when Lance came out at that show, I was just like I couldn't even see, like I could not see. I was blinded by the waterfall of tears. And then these two were like fixing their pants, and I was just like, this is the most beautiful. So I'm like, fuck, if Chris was there, I'd be like,
You'd be dead.
Yeah, definitely. Like, over, take me away.
If the world ever opens up again, you need to plan a trip to Orlando for Eat to the Beat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is that the thing at Disney?
That Chris and Joey did last year.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes,
What
I
is
found
this?
out about that way too late, and I was like, no.
Was
We
it hot
entered-
dogs?
we
Is
entered
he
that
selling his hot
contest.
dogs?
No,
Okay.
We entered that
No, so
contest.
it's at Disney.
Oh,
Disney. Right?
it's at Epcot.
It's at Epcot. So they do this like food and drink fest because Epcot's more like the adult.
I
Disney
love
place.
Epcot, by the way.
And then they
Yeah.
have like old musicians there. So I'm pretty sure somebody from 98 Degrees was there too.
Yeah, 98 Degrees does a whole 3 nights too.
They do like a couple of 2 or 3 shows, and they're there. So like.
cool.
I found out about that way too late, and I was like, maybe the flight will be cheap. I was like, the flight is not cheap. I cannot.
Oh,
But
yeah, it's amazing.
I'd love to do that. And there was this contest that somebody was running a few months ago that you get to go to Disney and hang out with Chris and Joey, I think.
I believe.
And Lance.
And they like take you around and you have like dinner with 10 friends. I was like, here's all my money. Get me into this contest. Obviously, I did not win. And then
Yeah.
I don't actually even know if I got to go.
I'm not
assuming
sure.
not, maybe.
Yeah, they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was just like, oh my God, super jealous and want to do this.
I guess Disney's had a really big impact on NSYNC, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like that's where they
Yes.
started, right? Because Backstreet was burnt out, and so they're like, yeah, we got this, and they did the special that changed all of our lives.
That brought me.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So yeah, circling back, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So yes, not that you speak for the whole mission, but could there be like Mission some other boy, like
Some
Mission O-Town, Mission New Kids?
So
Like,
you guys are very organized.
They're already together. So what about
but there could be like other missions. There could be like, you know, it doesn't have to be Get Back Together. It could be like,
Get O-Town to Times Square.
yeah, or like get the star on the Walk of Fame, or like, I don't know, get New Kids do everything. They're like,
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
good.
New
They're
Kids
hustlers.
I
what
don't know.
about what's a boy band that's broken up that we want to get? Like 5.
One
Mission
Direction.
5. Or
One Direction.
One Direction.
Can we have Mission One Direction?
If there are a group of fans out there that want to put it together, we will absolutely help them, like
Get started.
give
Yep.
them some tips. But
Excellent.
Yeah.
But you're hurt.
yeah,
Enough full-time
I
stuff
was
going
gonna
on
say, I
here.
think they're pretty busy. You know, it could be like under an umbrella of like, you know.
Like the mission.
And the thing with it, it does, like, you have to have passion behind it. Like, you have to like be fully invested and be like, I am in for this. So if there's a group of fans out there, like Brooke was saying, that, you know, for One Direction, who are like, we want to do this, we feel that much passion, we will by all means help them and give them some advice. But
You know, you're that people.
When they had their 10-year anniversary, I felt like something was going to happen, and then it just kind of
You're talking about One
One
now.
Direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh well.
Well, again, this year has kind of been a bust for a lot of things, but it's a good year. Like, you guys are smart because it's a good year to like kind of find your people and group up and like set things, sort of get everything in
Emotion.
place so that when things can happen,
Boom.
you're ready to go.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
maybe like would you guys like have like Mission NSYNC
It's kinda-
t-shirts and then like, go to concerts and be like, it's you.
That's how we find each other. See?
Yeah.
it's like the light.
yeah,
Yes.
Do you
It
feel
might be in
that
the works. We'll see what we can come up with.
Very cool. Do you
I
feel
do.
that in the last few months it's kind of taken up a little more of momentum, and you're getting more like followers and people interested in participating in like the missions that you're doing?
I think it has.
Yeah. I think definitely during quarantine times when people have been at home, we've gotten more interactions. And then, of course, anytime any of the guys say something or there's any reshares or things like that, that automatically brings in more people. So
That's cool.
If you could have a beer with anyone from NSYNC, who would it be?
All of them.
Okay. Damn it. That's a good one.
She loves them all.
Do you guys have any more questions? Because I have some questions. Like when we started the podcast, we used to do like within just like the four of us, we used to do like, we went through every boy band and we're like, who's your favorite? So
yeah, because sometimes we'll do like album reviews and stuff, and we'll be like, from this, what are your favorite songs from here or whatever. So, or like we would talk about a specific band and be like, okay, this is about this band, whatever. So yeah, so are you guys cool if we ask you like questions about your own opinions off Mission NSYNC of like your favorite things?
yeah.
Cool. All right. I guess,
all right,
Sure.
there you go.
All right. Well, let's start easy. Who is your favorite member, and is it different than who was your favorite member when you were a teenager? Chelsea.
I was about to say, how do we want to go? Okay. So so bear in mind, I was 8 years old when I came into the fandom.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, when I first saw them on the Disney special, I locked in on Justin. And also he was the youngest, so obviously he's the one that I had the best chance of marrying when I was older.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. So he was my, first favorite, first celebrity crush, all of it. I have since grown to just love all of, I know this is like a cop-out answer, but I really have gained so much more respect for all of them. Finding out what they did, what they've done since NSYNC, because I kind of fell out of the fandom for a little bit. And this all brought me back in I jumped into the deep end. And so I feel like I can't really choose a favorite member at this point. I just love all of them.
No, it's true. The individual strengths and all that cool.
Yeah, there would be no NSYNC without all of them.
All right, Brooke, what about you?
I am an OG Lance girl, and I am still a Lance girl. JC, I was a JC girl for MMC, so that's what brought me in. I heard that JC was going to be in a new group, but then I have something for the deep voices.
Yeah.
So when I heard Lance sing, I was hooked. And I was an older fan. I was 18 at the time of the Disney concert. So I was out of high school and a college kid. So I had a different experience than, the teenage.
Yeah, we didn't get the Mickey Mouse Club up here. I don't think.
No.
So we never that, so we didn't have that basis to begin with. So
Oh, gosh,
for us, Backstreet had just been introduced, and then maybe 6 months.
We had something called the YTV's hit list. That's how we found out about them.
And
much music.
That was our versions of
so
what,
essentially
the new music.
we got Backstreet Boys before you guys did, so we had them a little bit longer, and then because Canada was very accepting of the boy bands for the Europe thing, then NSYNC came, and I was like, Backstreet who are these guys? And, and immediately I saw Chris, and I was like, this one is entertaining.
Yeah.
This one's great. So
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
Europe was the breeding ground for boy bands. Then it carried over to us, and then it trickled down to you guys, and then it was this. Then it just went crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So Lauren, what about you? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite back in the day was JC. I loved JC since the Mickey Mouse Club. And to do the little bit of the politically correct answer, I do now, older, all of them are just amazing. But JC is still in my heart as number one. I mean, you cannot get beyond that voice.
He does have a really great voice.
He does.
What has he been doing lately?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
JC is really not in.
That's a great question.
I'll say your guess is as good as ours.
Yes.
Uh,
So I saw like in the newsletter you had like some things about like, what are they doing now? What are they doing now? I like that because like we don't really know. Like I don't live with Chris. I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't live with Chris.
And JC's hardly on social media, so you don't know where he's
it's very
been.
private.
So
Yeah, I think he got on for his birthday. He posted stuff for his birthday, and that's I think the last heard
The
of
last
him.
we've heard from him.
I would say that, like, I feel like Joey and Lance were kind of more kind of steadily on, like, in the entertainment because Joey was doing Family Feud and he was doing, like, hosting things, doing stuff like that. So he was kind of out more, whatever. Chris, I felt, was kind of, like, under a rock for a while. And then when, like, Dead 7 came out, he suddenly, like, came back. I was like, oh, my God, he's alive. This is exciting.
Yeah.
So excited. So, yeah.
We're speaking of Dead 7, just a plug for us. Next week, Dead 7 review is coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look forward to
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. I was this close to going to be an extra. I was like, I can do this. It's only a 14-hour drive. Let me do this. Like,
Oh.
and like they just kept adding more boy banders, and I was like, this is feeling me that I'm not there.
It was a 14-hour drive for me.
So Tara, hey, we're at this restaurant right now. Come and join us. I was like, I can make
Oh.
it, but I'm not. I'm stuck here like a chump.
Oh.
That would have been so cool.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, so she had never seen the movie, so we just rewatched it last week, 2 weeks ago.
Oscar-winning performance.
Totally.
I feel like Joey really committed to his.
Let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it. Let's stay on topic. I mean, let's stay on NSYNC.
Okay, so you guys,
Do you have a favorite song? I know that's like, for me, that's always the hardest question.
I feel like
Because there's so many good
songs.
songs.
Yeah.
We'll start with Chelsea.
There
Oh.
is.
This is the one I don't want you to start with me.
It's kind of like circular. All right. Okay.
My favorite song changes like basically every day. Today though, I'm feeling especially nostalgic, and so like I guess I have to go with "Tearing Up My Heart" just because that was the first song I heard of theirs, and that's kind of what led me to seek out to see the Disney Channel special and be like, oh, I heard that one song that they did. Let me see what they're all about. So I guess I got to go with that.
Good.
And shout out to you for picking a single, because I feel like people feel like, oh, I'm a big fan. I have to pick a deep cut. Like you
Space
absolutely
Cowboy.
do not.
I love all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, like they. I don't know. Well, okay, they did do one. If you saw it. Sorry, JC.
Everyone's talking about Jerusalem. Classic songwriting. All right. Anyways, could you? Sorry. Okay, Brooke. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to pick a deep cut. But my favorite is "I Thought She Knew."
Oh yeah.
I am a sucker for the acapellas.
Yeah. If your heart out of your chest.
Yeah, I mean that song just does something to you.
That's
Yeah.
So and then knowing how special that song was to them as well, being the first original song that they did, and with Robin, that is my favorite song.
Yeah, can I change my answer to that?
Sorry, who's Robin?
Robin Wiley was their vocal arranger.
Ooh.
She worked with the guys on MMC. And then she came in and started working with them in NSYNC from the very beginning.
Wow.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
a fun job. Oh my God.
I feel like I
Being
heard
around
in
boys
one
all
of
day.
the interviews, maybe it was on the podcast, that was she in Nashville for a while, and like
Mhm.
Justin and JC went to go like hang out with her or whatever to like try something else before NSYNC.
Yes.
Yeah, and kind of just hone their craft.
Yeah.
Takes a village, eh? You don't really know about all these background people, but like you guys like bring them to light. Like that's brilliant. Good job.
Definitely.
All right, Lauren, do you have a favorite song?
So, like Chelsea, it changes it can change within an hour because there's just so many great ones. But as I was working on Chris's birthday video, I will go with one of my original favorites of I Drive Myself Crazy because they all just sound amazing on that one. It showcases a lot of their voices.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Australian single just has JC singing it, and my friend was a huge fan, and she's like, this one's way better because it's all JC. I'm like, don't take away Chris's only solo. Give this to me, man.
If you had the Lion Sleeps Tonight, all right? That was all Chris. Wee. I don't know why I like it.
It's very good. They did it at Epcot and it was amazing.
Right, I know. It's just like that power, the beautiful.
So good.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys actually met in person? Because I know you were from different places. What is it? Alabama, Texas, and Virginia. So not that close to each other. But or have you met any other Mission NSYNCers? Or
We'll start with Chelsea.
So, Brooke and I have actually met. We met at the E to the Beat concert.
Nice.
The final one that they did. We met there. Luckily, her husband decided that he did not want to go to that last concert, and I said, "I'll take your ticket."
So you guys had already been talking online before, and then you met in person there? Okay.
Yeah, so we were talking on Facebook, and just we were like, "Okay, we're both going," and started doing a Facebook chat or Messenger or whatever it's called now. And yeah, we ended up actually meeting, and now we hope to get Lauren in the mix.
Yes.
All right, and Brooke?
Yes, that was our plan this year, but COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't met anybody else face to face other than Chelsea. But we do Zooms all the time with our planning group, so you kind of feel like you know everybody. They're at least more than like a screen name on Instagram or Facebook. So you definitely feel like you know everybody and you're friends with everybody, but actually face to face, just Chelsea for right now.
What about you, Lauren? Have you met anybody?
I haven't yet. We all had a lot of big plans for 2020, but like we had some Mission NSYNCers that wanted to meet like as we wanted to, and then we actually had a large one that we wanted to all do on May Day. It's going to be May on May 1st, but COVID is kind of messes with that a little bit. Yes.
Still have hope for that happening.
We wanted to all meet up in LA.
That's brilliant.
Next year, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yes. And they go to Rocco's. Oh, have you guys ever had any of the restaurant? Have anyone tried the Fat Ones hot dogs or gone to Rocco's or anything?
Not any of us, I don't think.
Diane and I got to try the hot dogs.
No.
How many years was that?
Not yet.
2020, it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, so we went to Florida for New Year's because my parents have a condo down there, snowbirds, and it was when they were still at the Florida Mall. So then I think we did a video, didn't we?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah,
but they got the boy bander, and it was so cute because there was 5 little hot dogs, and they all had different toppings, like I guess to be each of the guys or whatever.
That is cute.
It was cute. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't.
I was in line, but then
Lydia was there for the grand opening, but she was coming back from Florida that day. And I said, "Hey, buddy, it's the grand opening. You should go early." And they're like,
I'm like, it's a hot dog cart. I'll be fine. And then we had to leave, but I got Shinzia some stickers.
You did. That was very nice.
And Joey had already left, right? When you got there?
Yeah, it was annoying.
So they're just like, "We need to get to the airport. This is annoying."
Yeah.
We go. So,
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So that was pretty much how that worked. But Rocco sounds pretty fun. Like Lance always talks about on the podcast. So I feel like if we ever do LA, it'd be cool to check.
What
that
is
out.
Rocco?
Yeah.
Steakhouse?
It's like a sports bar, I think.
Right.
And I think they do drag brunches
Ooh.
on Sundays.
On Sundays.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know, sounds cool.
Yeah.
So you've
And I've
all
heard
had a chance to see. You've all had a chance to see NSYNC in concert. Sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah. Our like big thing, sort of like part of the reason we do this podcast is we're like huge concert like
buffs.
nerds and obsessed, and we like go to a million concerts. So people are always like, this is a super annoying question, because when people are like, how many concerts have you been to? I'm like, oh, too many. I don't want to answer. So if you don't want to answer, it's totally fine. But would you say, like, how many times do you think you've seen them in concert?
So I saw them twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw them, pre-H word, twice. I saw No Strings Attached tour and the Celebrity tour, and then obviously saw Chris and Joey at Eat to the Beat.
I only saw them once as the 5 of them in official concert. I saw them for Pop Odyssey, but then I was at Challenge for the Children where they sang the national anthem for the last time.
I think was that the year that
I think. That was the
Amanda
last year.
Bynes was there, and who else was there that year?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. Yes. And Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah.
You were there. That's so funny. Oh my God.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I went to 2 challenges, but they only did the national anthem at one.
Yes.
And then Eat to the Beat.
Very
So
cool. Lauren, have you seen them?
Yes, I've got to see them 9 times together, all 5 of them. And if they could just do a reunion show so I can get that 10th time, round it out.
Yes.
Because I too am a concert.
That's a good incentive to do it.
Have you guys?
Yes,
seen them?
like please, I'm a concert geek as well, and just to get that 10th one. So then my goal was to see, if I get all 5 of them, I see all 5, that could count. So I just need to see Lance and Joey. But I had Lance tickets, but COVID. But so hopefully 2021.
2021.
Fingers crossed.
Year, guys.
I think if that counts, like if seeing them individually counts, then I only need JC and I got it all. Because I've seen Justin, I've seen Lance at the Pop 2000 thing, and then we saw Chris and Joey were singing at that con.
Oh yes.
That is true.
That was fun. I was singing "Living on a Prayer" with Chris. It was like super fun. Have you guys ever gone to a con with one of the boys?
Yep.
Which cons have you been to?
So I went to, in Texas, we have Alamo City Comic-Con. And so I saw Joey at that back in 2016. I'm actually on that magazine you have. I'm on the cover. Just a little plug for me. Sorry. So
It's from your
because
I just have
That was from
the only member I've actually been able to meet in person, like talk to, interact with. So yeah, that was just amazing.
Brooke, have you been to a con?
I saw them at Dragon Con in Atlanta, just in the parade. We actually saw them by mistake. We didn't know they were there. And we were there with my family. And my sister and brother-in-law are huge into the cons. And there comes this red car, and I started freaking out. Nobody around me knew what was going on. It was right after Dead 7. And so they were really promoting that really heavy. And then last year I went to Nashville, and it wasn't an official con, but they had an autographed sports memorabilia signing.
Yeah.
And Chris and Joey were there. So
Aww, awesome.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to see Chris in Nashville. That's why we went to the Backstreet to see our friend, but I'm like, Chris will probably be there. And then
Chris was 100% there.
And I was like, well, let's go to this little showcase that AJ and Brian's son are doing. And maybe, I'm like, oh look, Chris is here. Great. Yeah.
if you do your research.
See, smart.
See?
And it was free. That was the best part of it.
That's the best part.
Worth the trip.
No, I have not been to one of the cons before, so not yet.
Oh my God, they're so funny though. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate like Joey. Oh my God, Diane has a good Joey moment when she got.
Oh,
to the con.
the first time we met them. Well, I met them.
That was the
Sophia
same,
and I,
yeah.
Was we went to a con in Kentucky.
Fandom Fest?
Is that what it was called? I don't even remember.
Fandom Fest, yeah.
So I've literally never met Joey before. Like this is my first time meeting them. And there were each of them has like a handler person who's like, this is where you line up, what do you want to buy, blah, blah, blah. And his was like yelling at us for some reason. She was like, you have to come one at a time, like yelling at us. And so I'm walking up to him to like greet him, and he's mouthing to me, I fucking hate this woman.
That's great.
That's awesome. Cool.
That's awesome.
That was funny.
And then there was this con like lied and told people that if we bought this VIP package, we would have this special party.
Ah,
But
yes, the
none of the
ballroom.
boys signed the contract for this, but they were advertising it. And anytime we tried to get to the con, we're like, should we do it? So we're like, screw it, let's do it. We're coming from Canada, might as well. And then it turned out that none of them agreed, but Nick from Backstreet had a different manager than them. So he had agreed, I guess.
Ooh.
So then they didn't want to look like assholes by not showing up. So they're like, okay. So they got there first, right? Or was Nick there first?
Nick was there first.
Nick
and
was
then when
there
they came
first.
in,
And as soon as
then
like,
he
so
dipped.
Nick's just like awkwardly, like it was such, like it was a ballroom with a little stage and just chairs and tables. So like Jason Priestley was there drinking a beer, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. We tried
it's
to.
fun.
We're like, you should sing with the boy banders. He's like, okay. And then like he left, but we're like, okay, whatever. But then, yeah. So then as soon as Nick saw the other guys, they're like, oh, hey, hi, just gonna talk to you for a second. And then he like took off.
He
So it was
dipped
like,
so fast.
so it was AJ, Chris, and Joey, and they're just like, all right. And they're just like having like, it was hilarious. It was like, we're like, what the hell is this? Like we're in a ballroom. Like this is not even a club or anything. Like it was like tablecloths on the table. Like it was just like, it was just ridiculous and awkward. We're playing Uno. He's like, fucking Canadians are playing Uno. But yeah, but then they did like some karaoke. So they really like hammed it up. But it was like really nice to have that moment that you wouldn't have like normally like thought when you're a teenager or 8 years old or whatever, like, oh my God, I'm singing Living on a Prayer or like, you know, it was like, it was just like a fun like time. We were like asking him, oh, he's should I say that?
Yes.
Sorry? I don't. Yeah,
I don't know.
So like, so we're like, so Chris is just wandering around. I'm like, Chris, like, I know JC is always like sleepy in sync, and he's always like the calm, like. I'm like, is he actually like that, or is that just the persona that you guys like created for him? And he goes, let me tell you something. Okay, this did not happen, but this is a scenario. So let's just say that we're there and we're practicing. We're like, man, JC's late. Like, he's never late. What's going on? Well, so when JC comes in, we're like, dude, everything okay? He's like, yeah, everything's fine, whatever. I'm like, okay. So we start practicing, and then the news comes on and says, school bus full of children crashes into river. JC from NSYNC goes and saves all the children and whatever. And then we'd all look at him and be like, dude, and he's like, oh, yeah, that happened. And he's like, if that was me, I'd be like, guys, what's happening? I was like, we're gonna save you, Billy. We're gonna save you. And so did I get there? And I'd be like, I'm freaking amazing. That's the difference between me and JC.
We were dying.
I was like, Chris is insane. That weekend made me realize that.
He tells some good stories. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure we could tell stories all day, or at least Chinzia could. We should wrap up. So just as like a final question, what would you say is like your favorite NSYNC memory?
Either something that happened to you, or
it could just
or a show, or one of their
Or something they
performances,
did.
Gosh,
putting you on a spot.
Hard to choose
that's so hard.
because my initial thought is when when I saw them coming down from the ceiling at the No Strings Shore,
Yes.
it was amazing. It still, I think that's the best opening of any concert ever.
Yeah.
But the emotions that I felt seeing them together at the star ceremony, I was not there. I took my lunch break off of work specifically so I could watch that on the live stream, and the emotions that I felt were insane. Like I had tears in my, like I feel like I'm getting emotional just thinking about it now. So I don't know.
That's a good memory.
Would you say it was insane?
It was incredible.
I think my favorite, for years it's been my favorite and my least favorite, was that national anthem at Challenge for the Children. It was the first time that my best friend that was with me saw them perform. And the emotion in that arena, you just felt like this is the last time we're going to see this. This is the last time we're going to see this greatness. And so it was the best moment and the worst moment altogether. But I'm so glad that I was there to see it and to experience it. But then those challenge moments are just, I don't think all the fans got to experience something like that.
I wish they would bring back something like that. Like that was such a cool weekend.
Yeah.
So many things like.
Well, and it's funny, you said you mentioned to Lance about the 4, you just needed 4. When I met him last year at Pop 2000, I told Melinda, I took my challenge brochure, my book, and that's what I had him sign. And Melinda freaked out, of course, because that's her baby. Like she did all the planning and running of that. And I said, if you would bring this back, it would be amazing. And she said, it would be so cool if they could bring it back. But those memories are just really fun.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Lauren, you got any?
Yes, I guess for all of them, I got to see them perform after 9/11 at the United We Stand concert, and then just to be there in the arena with all of that and to see them doing their thing, and just that was a really amazing performance, because for some reason their performance, it was just everyone took it in, and there was just, you got such an amazing feeling, and I got it extra because it was in sync, you know?
Yeah.
So that one was it. That's my first biggest memory. But then last year I got to see Chris at a little gig, and after so long of not seeing them or anything like that, and just to hear an NSYNC member sing "I Want You Back" and tearing up my heart, it just like it just your heart explodes, and it's so
Just
those are like the two huge things to me. You know, it does. And that's, you know, you said, you know, about crying at concerts. I about wanted to cry, and I got to meet him afterwards, and I was like, okay, you can't show him any emotions. You can't be that dork that's just like, oh my God. But you know, you want to, but it was just, it brings you right back to so long ago. But
so true.
Yeah, those were real monumental moments.
It's crazy because you're like, and we had met him before. We'd met at the Challenge for the Children.
That was different.
But it was like 15 years ago, and then you haven't seen them in so long, and just to see them there,
it's like an old friend.
It's just like it almost took my breath away, and I was just like, why am I crying? Like, what's it like? Literally, my brain didn't process it was Chris right away. I'm just like, I see him, instantly start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? I'm like, oh my God, that's Chris, and he's right there. Like, it's just like, what is happening? So like, it's crazy because like you're an adult now, right? So you have like, you're like, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm good, I'm not going to be screaming, but you're just like, oh my God, like
brings back all those emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I believe it. I believe in the mission. I think it's
Manifest this.
We're gonna have a concert. We're gonna have a reunion. Something is gonna happen.
NSYNC needs to like save 2021 and like
Yes.
make sure that it's like awesome
Yes.
because we all deserve it.
Yes.
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 Cross.
All right, and thank you so much for coming on
Well, in
today.
our
ladies. We
eyes-
appreciate it so much.
Yay, thank you so much.
So everyone follow them, Mission NSYNC on
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram. Sign up for their newsletter. Check out for all their cool, fun projects that they have coming up. There are a lot of fun things to get involved. And yeah, so make sure you check them out.
All right, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Let's all wave together. Bye.
Bye.
Or would you say